Hello, Collective. Elsie here to do your sneak peek for the week. How are you? Welcome to the new week. I hope you're well. Look, you usually get this out on a Monday, but gosh, everything is moving a little bit behind schedule this week for me. This full moon, I'm telling you all, look, check on your water sign friends. They're not doing okay. I'm just saying. I'm a Pisces moon, and it's got me right in the feels. I'm purging a lot of emotions over the weekend. I hope you're well. Thanks so much for clicking here. If you are somebody who is just arriving here and you've never been here before, welcome to this reading. I do it once a week, usually on a Monday. Today it's on a Tuesday, and it's always going to be for the next 7 days. So I do have 12 decks here. I am going to read all the way from Aries to Pisces. I'm going to mark everything down in the description so you can find exactly the energies that you need just by scrolling this video. I'm just going to ask you to please stop watching tarot for just your sun sign. It is the moon and the rising that actually influence the sun sign, so you don't know what kind of Aquarius or what kind of Aries or what kind of Libra you are unless you know your moon and your rising. Now, it's great if you have your specific time of birth, but if you don't, you can still use just, whether you were born in the AM or the PM, and natal charts are free everywhere, and you'll get a sort of a loosey-goosey idea of what's going on with you. Get to know yourself through your astrology. So like I said, 12 decks here, and we're going to go through all of you one by one. Of course, we're going to start with Aries. Happy full moon to you. How is that full moon doing for you? Any revelations, anything you're releasing? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to discuss that with you. And if you are interested in a private read, please know the private readings are open. And please look in the pinned comment and you will know what to do. There's a link there for Wizio if you're interested. All right, Aries, let's get to it. Let's find out what's going on for you. I've got a window right out front here, and I'm looking straight at the full moon. Aries, how you doing? Let's find out what's going on for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the next 7 days. Aries, this is your sneak peek for this week. Tell me about Aries, please. We've got the Four of Wands, Aries. Tell me why the Four of Wands is here. Stability and strength in your happiness, some sort of a stable week that you're looking at here. We've got the Five of Wands, and I think that there's something here that makes me feel like you're holding back from something. We've got 9 wands here, and I feel like you're approaching something with caution. I'm going to say approaching something with caution because I feel like you are energetically depleted. It feels like you've been running at a lot of things lately, and it feels like you might be slowing down, feeling exhausted. I'm going to say something is just around the corner here, and it feels like it has to do with your stability or your family, possibly. We have the Six of Cups. It could be friends or family. It's nostalgic energy that I got here with the Six of Cups, so it does feel like it is family or deep friendships, soulmate energy, right? Which could be family and friends. Could be love as well. Take it as it resonates for you. But from the Six of Cups, I'm getting the energy of nostalgia or people that you've known for a long time. What else do we have here? We've got the Nine of Swords in the reverse. So I feel like there's something here. It feels like you're releasing some sort of negative energy that you've been carrying with you. We are at the nines, right? 5 and 4 is 9, and then we have the Nine of Swords in the reverse. I feel like you have decided, Aries, that it's not worth worrying about. That there are some memories here that have you sort of captivated. I want to say it's like these memories that you have here might even be causing a little bit of hardship or making you feel exhausted, or maybe you're overthinking. I feel like if you were overthinking, I feel like the Nine of Swords in the reverse is telling me that you're no longer overthinking. You can see the way these swords are split up, right? 8 and 1 is 9. So it feels like you were overthinking, and then we have the one sword here, which tells me that you had some sort of clarity or an epiphany, or you will this week. And it feels like you've decided that you could no longer carry the burdens of others. I feel like you're putting down some sort of burdens or maybe actions that other people have taken toward you. We have the King of Cups energy. We have the Strength card. We have the Queen of Swords. I feel like you're doing everything you can to keep some type of deep feelings under the surface here. So it feels like they're quite emotional, right? That sort of goes along with the full moon in Cancer, and Mars is now in Cancer. It's not a very comfortable place for Mars to be because Cancer and Mars are very opposite. One is very much about destruction and throwing things to the ground so you can build them back up, and Cancer is very emotional. And it's not to say that Cancer is not also a strong energy, and but it it's not necessarily the place that Mars has the best time because of the conflicting energies. I'm going to say that that's putting you in this swords, the Queen of Swords energy this week. You're having a hard time, or you're trying to find the courage to keep your crap together, is what it feels like. The King of Cups is here. And it does feel like there's something underneath the surface here that you're trying to find the courage to keep there. It feels like you're trying not to blow your top, or you're trying not to be aggressive with your words, possibly. This particular Queen of Swords, it feels like you're wanting to cut something out. It's like you're ready to swing the sword. You're ready to tell someone like it is this week, Aries. And I feel like that's what you're holding under the surface. I feel like you're trying to keep something under the surface. It could be with family, but the Four of Wands, understand, is also stability. So I feel like in order to keep your stability, you cannot pop the cork, is what I'm going to say. Don't pop the cork. I feel like you're trying to let it roll off your back, like water off a duck's back, right? You're trying to let it roll off your back here, so you don't cause the boat to shake, I feel. Tell me more about this. The King of Cups is the one who's very sturdy in the storm. And I feel like right now you're going through some sort of emotional storm, or something that you're trying to suppress, keep under the surface in a very courageous way. And I think what you're trying to hold back is your words. I feel like you just want to tune somebody in. And I feel like it's, it could be, the thing is I feel like if you do say something, that it will give you relief. I feel like you'll feel happier that you're releasing the 9 swords. So I don't want to worry about it anymore. I just want to be happy. The Queen of Swords, understand, isn't the one who's going to cause a fight. However, that being said, the Queen of Swords is always going to be honest. So for people who are not ready for honesty, for people who would see you as being rude for speaking the honest truth, those are the people who are going to be upset with you. But I really do feel like it feels like you just need to let something go, and you just need to relax a little bit here. The Three of Cups is telling me that you need to get out more. I feel like you need to get out more, have some celebrations, go where I'm going to say where you don't have to swim upstream, where we're not having to be the salmon. Look, if that means you need to avoid your family dramas for a bit and just go with people who agree with you, who have fun with you, who are emotionally happy, then I feel like that's what you need to do this week. Because it feels like there is something that could be going on with family, soulmate connection, friends, family, people that you've known for a long time. And I feel like you're right now trying to keep things under the surface with them. I've got the Eight of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, it's time to get back to being happy, I want to say. The Eight of Cups tells me that, it's time to release this emotional energy that you have, but in a positive way. When the Eight of Cups is here, for me, it's like I went out there to find out what I wanted. I didn't find out what I wanted, so I'm coming back now. So it's like a boomerang. And so I want to say that you need to get back to the happiness, back to going out with friends, back to being social. It feels like somebody here has been spending too much time fighting their fire energy, fighting things, keeping things under the surface. Feels like you're ready to blow a gasket, but you're trying to keep your shit together is what it feels like here. So I feel like the good way to blow off steam, if you're going to blow off steam at all, is to get a little more social, get into the presence of people who really love you, other people who are happy as well. And we have the Magician, because you do have the tools. Look, I feel like you're very determined to be happy, regardless of what's going on here and whatever angst is under the surface. Because I don't really know what the angst is. It feels like it has something to do with maybe something you're remembering or thoughts that are terrorizing you. But this also could be people who have been in your life for a long time. And maybe it's like somebody who's a mother, right? The Queen of Swords is here. Somebody who's a father. King of Cups is here. It could be that you're trying to just hold your tongue, hold yourself back. I'm looking at the Strength card. It feels like you're trying to hold your tongue about something. But it does feel like you do need an outlet, and you do need to let off some steam. So I feel like the magic of going out with your friends is exactly what you're going to need this week. Go out to dinner, go out, be social. Just abandon whatever it is that's giving you angst, and just go out and rest a little bit, relax. rejoice, and, you know, have a reunion with friends here. Tell me what the outcome is for Aries. We have the World card. We have the Seven of Pentacles. And we have the Ace of Cups. So it does feel like this outcome here is telling me that you do need to let something go. It feels like you've been, I feel like you've been a little bit stubborn. You could have fixed energy. Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, as the World card is here. I feel like you've been stubborn to let something go. There's something here that you've been putting a lot of work into that you're wondering if it's even worth putting the energy into anymore. It feels like you threw the seeds of intention and you began nurturing something that you feel is not growing past the Seven Pentacles. It's something that you love. So it could be a relationship. It could be a friendship, like I was saying over here. But it feels like the Ace of Cups is telling me that you need a new start in feeling happier, in filling your own cup. I feel like you're feeling emotionally depleted. And it feels like you need to renew that energy here. Tell me what's around the corner for Aries. These cards won't stop popping for you here. Tell me what's around the corner for Aries, please. We've got the Nine of Wands. So we are at the nines, right? And I was just saying that the 5 and the 4 is 9. The Nine of Wands shows up and says, yep, you saw that before it showed up here. So the Nine of Wands is here. I feel like you're carrying burdens or you're feeling burdened. It feels like you're exhausted. You're probably emotionally depleted. I feel like maybe all work and no play is making Aries a dull boy or girl. It feels like that. And we do have the 5 of Pentacles. You need to disconnect from the 9 of Wands. So you need to disconnect from the worry, from carrying so much, from feeling like it's all on you. It feels like you do need to disconnect from that here. And I feel like it's you need to find something to do this week that is going to be of a more emotionally generous energy for yourself. It does feel like there is something definitely that you're holding under the surface. The Seven of Swords has showed up here. So the Seven of Swords to me is keeping something concealed. I don't really want to say it because just the way these are, you know, if I don't say it, right, these swords are in the ground. If I don't say it, it's going to keep things probably a little more stable than if I do. If I say what's in my mind, right, we're looking at air, we're looking at these ones on the ground and these ones in the sky. It feels like if I do say it, it's going to cause heartbreak, heartache, and it feels like you're in the 8 of Swords here, trying to let go of something that you're worrying about. So I feel like you need to get away with the people that you love, get away with the people who are not going to fight the current, I'm going to say. People who go with the flow. And I feel like that's what you need this week. Instead of worrying about this door that you're going to close here, it really does feel like you need to begin something new. And this might tell me too that maybe you just need to get rid of an old thought pattern here, because we got the 6 of Cups, which I feel that you're stuck in here. And we've got the 7 of Swords. We've got the Queen of Swords. It feels like it's something to do with changing your mind or closing a door on obsessively thinking about something. It's time to give yourself a rest emotionally. It feels like whatever it is, it's emotions that you're trying to hold under the surface, and you're trying to hold your tongue for some reason, because you know if you let it fly it ends up looking like this to everybody who's not really interested in your truth or your honesty. The bottom of the deck is the 2 of Wands. So this might be it. You might be trying to hold yourself back at the 2 of Wands, like at a place where you're not making a decision, but you know you have to make a decision, and it's giving you a little bit of anxiety. It feels like your decision should be to use your powers for good and not evil. I feel it's like you're supposed to let off some steam here. I've got the 7 of Wands and the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, you've been working really hard, and I feel like it's we've got the Page of Swords here. It feels like you've been working hard on some sort of idea or keeping some sort of idea under the surface, because you know if you expose it or if you say something, it's going to break some hearts or make people upset or sad. Because when you unleash it, Aries, you just unleash it, right? We have Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. We had a lot of water here. So Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer energy. We have Leo. Yeah, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Aries, and Gemini energy, and some fire energy as well. So Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius energy. All right. Taurus. Let's find out what's going on for Taurus this week, the next 7 days, Taurus. Sneak peek for the week. Tell me about Taurus. Taurus, don't forget that the private reads are open. If you're interested, look at the pinned comment. Tell me about Taurus, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the next 7 days. And whenever you get this, it will be for the next 7 days, no matter if that's today, tomorrow, or next year. Tell me about Taurus. Taurus, we have something that is moving quickly this week here. Something you desire. We have the Lovers, very interesting. We have the Ace of Wands. Look, we got a lot of fire and passion here this week for you, Taurus. Some sort of preparation or decision is being made here to move forward on something. Yeah, there we go. We've got 2 swords. I kind of felt it before it showed up here. I was looking at the 2 of Wands, and it feels like there's some sort of preparation that's going on. I want to say behind the scenes. It doesn't feel like you're the one that's making the preparations. We've got the 2 wands here. It feels like there is a cycle that's opening here. A cycle, the Ace of Wands, something that's passionate or desirable or something you desire, Taurus. And it feels like it's being prepared behind the scenes. The Lovers is here. Someone is about to make a choice about you. And I think I told you that in one of your readings, I think that I did, one of the bonus reads that I did last week. Someone here is making a decision or a choice behind the scenes here. It could be a Gemini, it could be an Aries, a Sagittarius, or a Leo. We've got Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy here as well. So while I feel somebody's preparing to make a decision about you behind the scenes, I feel like you're the one who's going to have to answer back. So, it's no coincidence when cards come out. So we do have a full moon here. We are in the full moon energy. And it feels like you're going to have to release some emotional energy. It feels like there's something here that you've been protecting yourself from. But I feel like you have to release yourself. And it feels like something could go either way. You need to make a decision about whether you're going that way or going this way. You have a choice to make here. And it feels like it's something, though, that you've really desired. It feels like it's a desirable choice. Something here is showing up that I feel it's showing up sooner than you thought it would. Or maybe you've been wondering about it, asking for it, and you didn't think that it would really show up. But I think it's here. Tell me more. Got the 3 of Cups. There might be a reunion with a fire sign or an air sign for some of you. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. And we have the Hanged Man. Look, there's something that's about to materialize in the 3D for you here. Something that you've been thinking about, dreaming about, wondering about, I feel is about to gain some traction in the 3D. It's about to materialize and become solid form, I want to say. It feels like this Hanged Man energy is telling me that you've been waiting for it, or you've been in a pause, or you feel like you've been in a pause. And I want to say that this Hanged Man energy is, the reason that you're in a pause is for a purpose. It's so you'll be quiet with yourself and listen to your intuition. I feel like you need some sort of different perspective on something that's about to show up and materialize in a solid form in the 3D here. It might be a new beginning, but it also might be an offer of something. It might be an offer of desire. It might be an offer of going out and being social, being with friends and doing something that I feel that you really need. It feels like that. The Hanged Man energy, though, is also surrender. I feel like somebody here has surrendered something to the universe and said, look, just bring it. Bring whatever you think I need then. Instead of me saying, bring me that person, bring me that thing, bring me the thing which I desire. I feel like the Hanged Man energy is telling me that you've got a different perspective on where you want to invest. And I feel like you're just saying, bring me whatever is mine. Bring me in union with whatever is mine. Whether that Ace of Pentacles is money or happiness, a new job, whatever the opportunity is. It could be something that is passionate, desirable, something that's emotional and passionate. It feels like you're just saying, bring me whatever it is and I'll make the decision. Whatever it is that I don't need, I'll release, and whatever it is that I do need, I will choose that thing. I feel like because you're asking that, in a sort of generic but not so generic way, if you know what I mean. So I feel like you've been possibly manifesting something that is not showing up, and you're like, where is my manifestation, Elsie? You keep telling me it's coming and it's not showing up. I feel like if it doesn't show up, it's because it's not for you, or you just might not be ready for it just now. And so I feel like that when you change your manifestation up a little bit to bring me whatever it is for my highest good with this Hanged Man energy, I feel like you do get some sort of spark of brilliance or communication from somebody, possibly. You get to, a new path opens for you here is what it feels like. And I feel like it's something you've been waiting on. 1, 2, 3 wands, right? It feels like it is something you've been waiting on. But first you had to turn your back to something. We've got the 5 of Swords. It might be that you had to turn your back on some sort of intrusive thoughts like, oh, it's not for me. Because sometimes we're manifesting it, but we really don't feel like we're worth it, or we're not ready to receive it. If we do feel we are worth it, we just aren't ready to receive it. Well, the Queen of Wands is somebody who doesn't give up, though. So I feel like it feels like it's a matter of, we've got 4 wands here now. It's a matter of stability and happiness. It feels like it's gratitude is what I'm feeling here. It feels like instead of these intrusive thoughts or disagreeing with the self, it feels like you need to be in gratitude for the things that you have in order to get the things that you want. It does feel like something's being concealed from you at this time. And it might be because you're just not quite there, you're not quite ready, or maybe you've just been asking for something that doesn't belong to you. And that's always the possibility. We have 5 and 2 swords, which is 7. And it does feel like something's under the surface, and you will have to make some sort of a choice for some of you this week. I've got the 4, 6 swords. Yeah, it is a mental thing. It does feel like somebody needs to release the negative thought pattern, or you're stuck in a thought pattern that you can't get out of. Sometimes I see people in the comments when the only time that they comment is to make the identical comment that they made last time. And sometimes that tells me that maybe they're just stuck on one thing. So it feels like maybe you might be stuck in some sort of mental situation where you can't seem to find your way forward. I feel like this week is the week that you find your way forward, that you release that stuck energy in the mind, you change your mind, and it feels like the Queen of Wands is here to say it's something that I feel you are able to release and just move forward from here. So for some of you, it is going to be that the Lovers is the passionate thing that's showing up, is possibly a person for some of you. But for others of you, it feels like it may not show up this week. It feels like somebody here is making a choice or deciding what they want to do. Tell me what the outcome is here, please. But for some of you, reunions on the table, or going out and just being social with friends. And this might be something that you just need to stabilize your mood, stabilize yourself with the Ace of Pentacles. We've got the 9 of Cups. We've got the Devil energy. And we've got the Page of Swords. And you're saying, but Elsie, I don't want to be single. And that might be why it's not showing up. Because if you have need for it, the universe understands that there still is something under the surface that you need to work on. That when something shows up when you need it, that you'll treat it differently than when you don't need it. And so the 9 of Cups is telling me that somebody here is... the feeling of needing a partner, needing someone in my life, it feels when you have that need, it feels like it's codependency a little bit. I want to say that there is a lesson to be learned here with the Page of Swords showing up. And it feels like what you need to do, rather than being very focused on what you feel that you need, it's time for you to get social with friends. It's time for you to keep your mind busy. It's time for you to release something, or sacrifice, I would say, the need. I want to say with this Hanged Man energy, sacrifice your need this week. And I feel, the thing is that I feel that you might be feeling something intuitively going on because the Hanged Man is here. And it feels like something is going on behind the scenes that you don't know. It feels like something is about to come get you, or someone is about to communicate with you, or you're about to go on some sort of a new path. Or for others of you, it could be this release from these swords energy here, release from the mind, and being able to move on with the 6 swords here, going from a chaotic mindset to a calmer mindset. It feels like somebody's dislodging some sort of stuck energy here. It's around the corner. We've got the Ace of Cups. We've got the Knight of Cups. And we've got the Wheel. So for some of you, it is this week that somebody is going to show up. It feels like for those of you who really aren't in the need, it feels like those of you, I was saying that there's 3 wands here, those of you who have turned your back on the situation and said, fine, if it's not mine, it's not mine. I'm just going to carry on and do what I'm doing. I feel that's what makes the Wheel show up. That's what causes change. That's what causes destiny to move you forward, is that when you leave this negative thought pattern behind, or the place where you were stuck in the mind, when you decide to get into your Queen of Wands energy and just go no matter what, pull away from it, I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is like, okay, she's ready. She, feminine or masculine, you're ready for destiny here. The Knight of Cups is here. And so I feel like it's taken a long time. That's the passive Knight. It's taken a really long time because it feels like all things must be in a perfect place in order for things to go off. I always see the Knight of Cups as someone who's moving slower because they don't want to spill any of the emotions out of that cup. It does feel like there is 2 of Cups here. So for some of you, it means that you might be getting communication here, aggressive communication from somebody who maybe wants to take you out, maybe wants to see you. And the Ace of Pentacles is here. So maybe it's dinner, or maybe it's a gift of some sort in the 3D, right? A gift of, can I take you out? It might be that somebody wants to take you out on a date, or friends are going to call you up and say, look, we're going. Are you coming? I think you should say yes. I'm just saying. We do have air energy here. So we have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We have Sagittarius. We also have Pisces energy here. We've got Gemini, Aquarius. We've got Capricorn energy. Whew, my brain just shut off. Capricorn energy. And we've got some fire energy too, right? We had a lot of wands. So Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo energy. All right, Gemini, let's find out what's going on for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Gemini, happy full moon. And if you are interested in a private read, please look in the pinned comment. There's a link there if you need to have a question answered. Let's find out what's going on for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Sneak peek for this week, the next 7 days for Gemini, please. We do have the 6 of Pentacles. Stars are pentacles in this deck. It's the Wandering Moon Tarot. We have the Ace of Swords. The 6 of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords tells me that there's going to be a new conversation opening here. Someone either wants to contact you or wishes for you to pick up the phone or answer the text. It feels like there is some sort of communication. A new cycle is opening here with somebody. We've got the 5 of Pentacles. It might be somebody that you haven't spoken with in a while. Somebody that you're feeling in lack with. Maybe someone that you actually pushed out of your life and said, I really don't need that right now. I feel like that person is showing up again, the 4 of Wands, and they want to get some stability with you. It feels like they want to celebrate, or they'd be happy to see you again if you're willing to see them. The 6 of Pentacles tells me that somebody is now willing to give to you. I feel like this is somebody that you kept giving to and they kept taking, and when you stopped giving, the conversation stopped. I feel like this person is showing up again with the 4 of Wands. They could be a family member or a friend that feels like family, but I feel like you're going to be happy to see them. I feel like you're going to be glad when they communicate with you, because the 4 of Wands is stable, fun, celebratory energy. We've got the Page of Swords. Somebody's learned a lesson. I really feel like you've taught someone a lesson, Gemini, by just remaining silent, is what it feels like here. You've taught somebody a lesson. You can't keep taking from me and not give anything in return. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. It took somebody here a really long time to learn the lesson. It feels like they could be someone younger than you, so it could be a child for some of you, but it could be someone for others of you who maybe is your same age, but they are quite immature, or maybe there's lessons they have yet to learn. Maybe you're trying to give them tough love, teaching them lessons. We've got the Knight of Pentacles here, Knight of Stars. And so it feels like it took a long time to learn this lesson. The 3 of Pentacles is here. It does feel like it's friendship, or it's somebody you've shoved into the friend zone. It feels like it's somebody who you would gladly support, but this turned into a very lopsided connection, whether it's platonic or romantic. It feels like you kept giving and they kept taking, and when you stopped giving, it got silent. They took it as when you weren't necessarily getting back to them in a timely fashion with texts, or they would ask you out and you would say no, or you just went silent on them. I think somebody here has learned a lesson in the silence, is what it feels like here. Tell me more about Gemini. We have the Sun. They've had a breakthrough. I feel like you taught someone a lesson here about how to treat you. The Four of Cups is here. And the Three of Wands is here. Yeah, it does feel like the what's showing up for you here is the Four of Cups energy, and it feels like it's stability of your emotions. I feel like you finally had a breakthrough, or they had a breakthrough. I think it's on both sides, to be honest. It does feel like somebody here has grown or has had a realization. One, I think you had a realization that takers will take, and you need to stop giving if people are not being reciprocal with their energy. And this Six of Pentacles can mean energy, time, money, whatever it is. I feel like you've been overgiving to someone, and you had a breakthrough. I got to stop overgiving. I got to be comfortable in my own energy. The Four of Cups, yes, can be the Four of Moons, right? Moons are cups in this deck. But the Four of Cups is like, it can be a place where you get to be in stagnancy, but I feel like you needed to spend some time in the Four of Cups to get your emotional energy stable. So we're a place where nobody needed you, asking for things. Can you do this for me? I think it gave you a second for you to look out into the expanse there and figure out what it is that you want to do for you, instead of you servicing everybody else around you. We've got the Two of Wands here. I think it's a decision that you were preparing to make, and then you finally took action. I feel like with the Three and the Two of Wands here, it took you a while, because Five Wands for me is indecision. I don't know if I can do this. Maybe I'll just remain quiet. Maybe I'll just try and take a breath and be in my own energy for a while. And in that energy, I feel like you had a breakthrough. Outcome, we have the Three of Swords. We have the Knight of Cups. And we have the Ten of Cups. So for some of you, it's a family member. For others of you, it feels like it could be a romantic connection. Either way, regardless of whether it is a romantic connection or a family member, I think that you had to sacrifice something in order for you to be happy with yourself. The Three of Swords is telling me, if I got to break hearts, I got to break hearts. So for some of you, I'm talking about a romantic connection. You shove someone into the friend zone because they wanted too much of your time, or they weren't giving you as, it's like you were always there for them and they were taking their time with you. They weren't there when you needed them to be there, but you were always there for them. I feel like you flipped that script on somebody here, and it feels like it's made you much happier in the outcome. That in order for you to be happier, you had to throw the Three Swords at the Knight of Cups, is what it feels like. You had to decide to break somebody's heart, because you can't just have somebody using you for their benefit, right? Tell me what's around the corner for Gemini. Got the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, you were putting a lot of hard work in here. I think that you were working harder than the other person, and you finally decided, is it really worth it? Is it really worth all the energy I've been putting in to this relationship? It could be that, to this connection. Romantic connection it could be, but also it feels like somebody here is working really hard, and a decision arrived that I've got to be a lot stronger and courageous than I have been. I've got to hold back. I've got to connect with myself, which will connect me with with spirit. I feel like somebody here is made a decision to hold back, and I think that's what's going to change the game here. For some of you, this could be this week, right? We've got the Queen of Pentacles. In the reverse, you stopped giving. You stopped over giving. Good for you, Gemini. The moon energy is here. Maybe I feel like this moon energy, we've got the full moon today, full moon in Cancer, and I feel like this energy of the sun is what is giving you the breakthrough. I feel like you just decided to release it all, and if that person needs me, they can come for me, and when they ask me why I haven't been around, then you're just going to be really honest with them. I feel with this Ace of Swords, you're just going to be really honest that they needed to learn a lesson, that you're not going to be there every minute of every day that they need you, but you will be there. And you will help them out if they need it. But I feel like before you were you were anticipating the needs, right? Maybe you're a mother or a father. You were anticipating the needs of somebody and they were taking it for granted. So we have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. We have Libra, Gemini. Nope, sorry. We have Leo energy, but I did see wands. And so we are Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. More Leo energy. There's Gemini. We have a lot of pentacle energy. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, as I said. Cancer and Pisces and Scorpio energy as well, with all of those cups. All right, Cancer. Cancer, how it be? How you do? Mars in your sign, friend, and we have a full moon in your sign. Those of you who are a Cancer moon will feel it. Those of you who have Cancer predominantly in your chart, right? The big three possibly. Tell me how it's going for you. Tell me about Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Cancer, if you're interested in a private read, please look in the pinned comment. We do have the Knight of Cups here. We have the Star energy. We have the Chariot in the reverse. And the Moon energy. Ooh, boy. Somebody's going through the purge. That's for sure. It feels like somebody is directly connected to Source and is going through some stuff, some sort of emotional purge. But I also feel like it almost feels like it feels like the revving of an engine. It's almost like this is the last bit of energy that you need to release before you go straight through the Moon energy. So I feel like the Chariot's in the reverse because whatever the Moon is giving you is a little bit of fear. It's also making you feel very deeply about something, and that's what you've got to release with the Chariot in the reverse. But it feels like you're stuck in the Moon energy for now. So I want to say wait for at least 2 or 3 days. It feels like there is some sort of a purge going on right now. You might be having a hard time with this energy. We do have the Knight of Cups, and I feel like the Knight of Cups is telling me that just be gentle with yourself. Be careful with yourself. And do connect to Source. The Star is here. This is a time of healing. Purging is healing. And so I feel like this is a time of healing for some of you. We have Aquarius energy. We have Cancer energy here, also Piscean energy. It's a lot of very thoughtful, like maybe thinking about our emotions, figuring what we're going to do, maybe trying to go a little bit outside the box, releasing some things. We've got the Emperor here. We've got the King of Wands. Excuse me. And we've got the Two of Wands. So it does feel like you've been waiting or hesitant to step into this Emperor energy. It feels like somebody here, yeah, Cancer, it feels like you're on the edge of showing people exactly who you are. It feels like you're on the edge of tuning people in and saying, look, no more. You don't get to take advantage of me like that. You don't get to do those things to me. You don't get to break my heart that way. It feels like you're reinforcing the crab shell is what it feels like. You're in the Emperor energy here. It does feel like you are about to take control of your emotions, of yourself, of your healing. It feels very, how can I say? It feels very intentional, I'm going to say. It feels like this is very intentional. And not to say you weren't before, but I feel like you were passively waiting for change before. And now I feel like this is intentional, stepping into your power. This energy of my stability, my security is my responsibility. And I have to stop servicing all the people around me. It feels like it's an energy of, it's ultimately self-love is what it is. The Two of Wands is telling me that there is some sort of preparation that you've been making, whether it's intuitive and you don't really know that you've been revving the engine or the momentum has been like gaining strength, I want to say. That it feels like some sort of momentum is here. And before you were waiting for it, and now you're not anymore. Now you're in the Emperor energy. Now I got to make the decisions that are hard ones, the tough love ones. And because there's no more time for pissing around, Cancer. It's time for you to make some pretty hard decisions here. And I think that some of them start with taking action on something here. The Hierophant. So taking action possibly on your spiritual or religious life. It feels like commitments you're making to yourself. Commitment to listen to the higher self, to really engage with myself and do what's best for me. And if my intuition or my gut energy or my higher self energy tells me I have to do what's good for me rather than what's good for everybody, then I'm going to do that thing. I feel like you need to get back on the path that you were on, because I think there was a lot of people around you that were trying to make you feel bad for being on the straight and narrow path, I'm going to say. And straight and narrow doesn't mean anything but it was the right path for you. And I feel like excuse me, that there are people around you telling you that this is not necessarily the path you should be on. I feel like the Hierophant energy, the Hierophant knows their path. They know that they're doing the right thing. It feels like you're having, you're having an emotional conversation with yourself and saying, it's time for me to stop being so flexible with the people around me. We've got the King of Cups. Yeah, it's the tough love energy that shows up, right? The King of Cups to me is the father or the mother who's shaking the finger and saying, look, quit being a jerk. I love you, but quit being a jerk. And it feels like this is sort of the energy that you're going to be giving to people here, that I'm allowed to do what I need to do for myself. I know I'm on the right path, and I need to make commitments to myself to love me. It feels like this is something that you kept under the surface and you were hesitant to do. Maybe you were stuck in this healing energy. It does feel like you've been healing for a while. And it feels like with the King of Cups energy that it wasn't something you wanted to bring to the surface for fear of hurting people, breaking hearts, that kind of thing. We've got the Three of Pentacles, and it feels to me like it's time to get back at it, time to get back on the horse, time to continue building and looking over the details of something here. It's like the Three of Pentacles is telling me that you could be dealing with maybe the workplace, or maybe people that you know, friendships, or it could be family with the Ten of Cups. But either way, I think you've learned the lesson here with the Page of Swords. I feel like you're back to it, or back at it. It feels like you're back on the horse. It feels like you're back on the horse, right? Because we've got the Knight of Cups here. You're back on the horse. You're now doing things for you. It feels like you're starting to maybe feel a little better about you or the things that you should be doing for yourself rather than things that you should be doing for other people. I feel like you were holding back because you didn't want people to think badly of you, because it's important to you about how people see your energy. But I feel like this moon energy is telling me that with the Hierophant and the moon, that what was underneath the surface was this person here who knew that they were doing the right thing. I have to recommit to myself, get back on the horse. And I feel like this is a lesson that you had to learn. So it does feel like there is, I feel like you are stepping back into your old self is what it feels like. The outcome, we do have the Page of Cups. We do have the Eight of Cups. There we go. Yeah, it does feel like you lost yourself for a little bit. It feels like you went out wandering wandering the wilderness. I'm going to say, looking for, people were telling you, well, you're not supposed to be that thing. You're not supposed to be in your own energy, doing your own thing on your own path and not giving me what I need. And I feel like the Eight of Cups tells me that you were wandering about, trying to figure out what it is that you wanted for yourself. I feel like you did walk toward the sun, though. We do have the sun at the back of the Hierophant, and we have the sun on the Eight of Cups here as well. So it does feel like you did find the sun, which is your growth, right? Healing and happiness. And the Page of Cups showing up tells me that this is all good news, my friend. And I don't think that you expected for it to show up as soon as it did. And now you're on your way, because I feel like there is a new opportunity here for you to stop settling for the way you were. Stop settling for putting everybody else before you, Cancer, because Cancer is Queen of Cups energy, and the Queen of Cups has to learn to drink from the cup themselves in order to not become emotionally depleted. So I feel like you are taking back your power, getting back on the horse. You're in the Emperor energy, feminine or masculine. It feels like it's time for you to start making decisions that not everybody's going to like, because it is your path. It's what you're supposed to be doing for you, and doing it with no regrets. We've got the Five of Cups in the reverse. It's time for you to stop feeling this deep emotion of, I'm going to disappoint somebody here. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. And we've got the Ace of Swords. So I don't think that you made this decision lightly. I feel like you are finally getting up. I feel like getting out of the bed, getting off the sofa, getting off the chair. And it's time for you to start doing the things that other people aren't necessarily going to see as positive for them, because it'll be taking your energy away from them. Or maybe you were the person that was holding them up, and it's time for you to pay attention to yourself. The Ace of Swords tells me you've had some sort of clarity or a triumphant moment of aha. You're on this new path in swords, thinking about things that you can do that are going to grow you. For some of you, this tells me that you could be going back to school, going back to work, maybe changing your job possibly. But I think whatever you're doing, you are doing with restless abandon. It feels like you're like, that's it. I just need to do it because if this listening, or it could be a change of mind as well. But it feels like you were listening to other people and what they were saying about you. There it is, transformation. It feels like this is a week of transformation for you. And it feels like you are going to do whatever you're going to do. It's going to be aggressive. Look, Mars is in your sign, right? And that's the god of war. That's destruction. That's change. That's lots of transformative energy, right? Mars also rules Scorpio. It feels like here that you are heading aggressively towards something that is abundant, and it's abundant for you. It's not something you're doing for other people for a change. It's something that you're doing for yourself. We've got Scorpio, Aquarius. We've got Pisces energy, Scorpio and Cancer. We've got Taurus energy here, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. Cancer energy and more Aquarius. All right, Leo, this is for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Leo, please. Leo, if you're interested in a private read, please look in this pinned comment. Link you need is right there. Tell me about Leo, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the next 7 days. Leo. Ooh, we asked for it and it appears. There's Leo. All right, some sort of, this week is going to be a happy week, an energetic week. You're going to be having breakthroughs. It feels like you're going to be, you know what, I just got the word follow through. You're going to be following through on things you've been threatening to do for a while. And it doesn't have to be major things. Maybe you've been threatening to clean out that closet and you're finally going to clean out that that big closet or the basement or something. It could be as simple as that. But I feel like somebody here is feeling like you're more energized. You have more energy this week. Tell me more. We've got the Page of Cups. We've got the Justice card. I like this energy. And we've got the Temperance card. So it's a moment of alchemy. It feels like this is the shift. So it feels like there is a shift coming. And I think that I spoke about that in a reading that I did for you last week, that there is this shift coming. And I feel like you've been holding back or trying to avoid the shift. But I feel like it's now time for you to get up and go. It feels like with this sun energy here. The sun is shining on the Page of Cups, the Justice card, and the Temperance card. So it does feel like there is some sort of justice or something that is going to be restored, something that's coming into balance. It could be a legal thing for some of you, but this is the moment for everything to come together. We do have Temperance energy. Something is going to heal itself for you this week, and I don't think that there's a whole lot that you have to do in order to have this healing, except accept it. I feel you must accept the healing. You must receive it. It feels like this is something, you might have some sort of a revelation or a realization with Temperance and the Sun, a revelation that it's time to go or it's time to do something different, but it's time. Like I feel like you're going to feel you've been wanting to do something for a while and now you're finally going to get up and go with Justice. You're finally going to get up and do it. It's the beginning of something or something that you've been wanting to do for a while. Possibly for some of you, maybe it's an apology in order to get balance with somebody who is a Libra, a Sagittarius, or possibly another Leo. We do have the Seven of Wands. We've got the Five of Wands. And we have the Five of Swords. So it does feel like there is some angst here. I want to say that if you've been feeling if you've been feeling a little bit of angst or you've been feeling a little bit uneasy, it's because the universe is trying to pull you out of some sort of place that you've been in your mind, this place of lack, this place of holding back. It's the tug and pull of the universe saying, it's time for you to go. It's time for you to go. It's time for you to accomplish a thing, put your energy into it. It's the realization that it's time for you to do something about it. I don't know what it is, but hopefully we'll find out a little bit more as we clarify. But the Five of Swords and the Five of Wands are here. So I feel like it's the tug and pull between you and the universe. The universe is saying it's time. You're saying, no, it's not. The Seven of Wands is here. I'm not ready. I don't feel like I'm ready. I'm not ready to do it. I'm not ready to move forward. The Five of Wands is indecision. And then the Five of Swords is, intrusive thoughts or arguing with the self. It feels like with the two fives here, though, I want to say that you're going to have quick change this week. Maybe you think I'm full of it this week for some of you. Maybe you always do. But I feel like somebody here is going to be changing their mind about something. That's what it feels like. There is some healing here that's going down. The star is here. And it feels like you're going from the Five of Pentacles to the Knight of Swords, taking action, right? Saying something, doing something, being aggressive with whatever you have been holding back from. If you've been feeling I'm going to say maybe a little bit upset or angry or frustrated. It feels almost like having an elastic around your waist and trying to walk away from something that's trying to pull you back. That's what it feels like. I feel like this is the week that you break away or have your realization or your breakthrough that it's just time to go for it and get my justice here. I feel like for a lot of you, you're pulling out of this negative mindset here into abundance. I kind of love that. So we have Libra Taurus energy here, but the Empress is feminine or masculine, right? And so it feels like that, I feel like that you're seeing in the distance, whatever you've been planning in the mind. Leo, you're a fixed sign like me. I'm a Taurus sun. You're a Leo sun, right? Or maybe you're a sun, moon rising, Venus, Jupiter. Take it as it resonates. But I feel like for some of you, it is this feeling of, I know that it's out there. I know that I can get it, but I'm not really willing to make the move, or what if it doesn't work out? Like, it feels like there was this Five of Swords energy that was telling you you couldn't do it or you couldn't accomplish it. And I feel like when you finally let go, it feels like you finally jump in head first here, the Two of Wands energy. The Two of Wands is in the reverse for me. It's like I'm no longer waiting at the crossroads to take action. I'm just going to jump in. I'm just going to bite the bullet and go. It feels like like the slingshot is being released and you're being thrown into the future. But I feel like it's something that I think that you are okay with it. I think that you're finally ready to move forward. But this is sort of the hardship or the angst of being a fixed sign, right? Because we wait and wait and wait and wait until we can't wait anymore. And then when we go, it's a go, right? All of a sudden you have the courage and the strength to do it, to just jump right in head first. And I feel like we're talking about abundance. So it does feel like it's something that's brand new, that's creative, something that is being born. So that could be a new business that you're starting or a new idea that you're finally putting into fruition, something that you're bringing from the 5D to the 3D. It's like you've had some sort of revelation or breakthrough this in the next 7 days that I got to get on this. I got to do it right now. Yep, it's the decision you're making. It's a really big decision. And look, you may not think it's a big decision, but whatever it is that you've been avoiding doing because you didn't think that it would work out the way you wanted to, I'm telling you, it's going to be abundant. Whatever it is, it's going to work out. Whatever is about to be born, a new path, a new child, a new job, whatever it is, it's being renewed here with the Temperance card. You're not going to be able to avoid doing it this week because it is time. And when the major arcana show up, there's no way you can avoid that. Those are life changes, and you have a lot of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You've got 6 major arcana here. You've got a lot of changes that are coming up this week, but I feel like you're ready now. I feel like the Judgment card is you're listening, you're heeding the call. It's time for you to take another run at that thing that I feel like you felt that you had failed at back there. Now, this could be maybe you're getting back into the dating pool. Maybe you're going to ask somebody out finally. It could be that for some of you. It could be the thing that I thought that I couldn't have back there. You're getting another chance at that. And I think that you're just jumping in head first. And that's Leo in a nutshell. It's like, no. Yes, go. Let's go right now. Tell me what the outcome is. We've got the Ten of Swords. You've released something major here. And I feel like it was something that was playing on your mind and holding you back from whatever it is that you really wanted here. We have the Three of Pentacles. And we have the Five of Cups. So for some of you, it could be that you're finally releasing some sort of thoughts of betrayal or sadness. It feels like that you feel that possibly a person, a community. We've got the Three of Pentacles here, a job, a workplace, maybe something that you were hurt doing, or this group of people, this community, or this person, this friend of a friend, somebody hurt you. I feel like it did make you sad, but I feel like you've decided you're going to release it. I feel like you're saying, I'm not going to carry this around any longer. So I feel like that's why you're heading forward here, or having some sort of breakthrough that's going to dislodge you from some sort of stuck place. What's coming around the corner? We have the Six of Swords. It is movement, friend. It's getting out of the chaos of the mind and moving forward to a much calmer place. There we go, Queen of Pentacles, getting your stability. For some of you, it is a new job. For some of you, it has to do with your livelihood, your money, your house, your car, your children, your family. Six of Cups, yeah. So it definitely is something that's close to your heart. And maybe that's why you took the time that you needed and didn't rush into anything. Because I think that whatever decision you're making, for some of you, has to do with a soulmate. For some of you, has to do with a friend, or that a friend that you've known for a very long time. For some of you, it's a family member. And you had to be ready to take the consequences if it didn't work out. I don't think there is going to be much consequences. I feel like with the Empress and the Empress in training here, I feel like you go from the Empress in training to the Empress, whether you're feminine or masculine, and you get stability. You decide it's time to go, and when you do, you're going to be successful. Yeah, Ace of Swords tells me you've got the aha moment, the clarity. This is a triumphant moment for you, so it's time for you to pay attention to that energy, the sun energy, this powered up energy that you're going to be in this week, and take advantage of getting things done. So we have these two fives, right? And as I said, something quick is about to change quickly this week for you here. We do have a Leo energy, Virgo and Pisces, more Leo energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus and Libra. We've got Sagittarius energy. We've got Aquarius energy. Leo energy here, Libra. We've got Capricorn energy, and we've got some Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. All right. Virgo. Let's talk about Virgo. Lost my train of thought there for a second. Virgo, let's find out what's going on for you. How are you, Virgo? I hope you're well. Virgo, if you need a private reading, if you're interested in that, please look in the pinned comment. Let's find out what's going on for you, Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Virgo. We've got the Knight of Cups. We've got the Nine of Swords. You've been approaching something really quickly because it's worrisome. It's something that feels like I want to say you're approaching the Ten of Swords. It feels like, because you're at the Nine of Swords here. There is something that you've been worried about that's very emotional for you. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. And we've got the Ten of Wands. It does feel like there is something here that you are approaching some sort of situation that I feel that that has had you trapped in the Nine of Swords. A lot of people stay in the Nine of Swords, right? Because the Ten of Swords is the place of pain, the place where we actually have to take action and release something. We stop talking to them, or we realize the betrayal, and it's like, I didn't want to see it for what it was, but now I'm going to see it. It feels like you've been putting something off. When I see the Ten of Wands in the reverse, it's a little bit of martyrdom, or it's something that you're doing to yourself. It's like, I refuse to put down these burdens, or I refuse to release the chaos, because then if I do, what's left? Like, what do I have left then? Because it feels like you're very identified with the Ten of Wands. Like, carrying the burdens, emotional burdens, almost seems to be like your identity. It feels like here, Virgo. And the Ten of Pentacles is telling me that you get a buyout from this. You get a payout from this. It feels like you might be carrying, oh yeah, you might be the cycle breaker. You might be the person who's carrying the emotional burdens for your bloodline. You might be the person that's here to break cycles. It might be that, but it feels like the Nine of Swords is telling me that you really don't want to step into this power, and it really is a power of release. When you step into the Ten of Swords, it's a place a lot of people live in the Nine of Swords because getting into the 10 is really painful. And I feel like you're approaching it really, really slowly, and in that you're choosing to hold on to some sort of mental or physical burdens. It feels like, it does feel like it's familial. It feels like it's a family burden, secret maybe that you've been carrying. Tell me more about Virgo. We have the Page of Wands. We have the Nine of Wands. There we go. There's the 10 Wands in the upright. So you are going to drop this here, but it's taking you a long while to do it. Look, I know you're a mutable sign, but you can be just as stubborn as any of the other earth signs in making a decision, or making it really slowly because you really want to make sure that you've got all of the analytics, right? You want to make sure that you've analyzed everything properly here. You want it to, the outcome, you're controlling the outcome. You want the outcome to be perfect. And that's why you've been holding on to this. So there is the Page of Pentacles. It does feel like there might be some children involved here. Look, I'm just going to say it out loud. It feels like there is a secret involving children. Something that you know that if you express this, that it's going to crush people. It feels like there is something here that you are holding within yourself. I feel like you're holding some sort of burden that makes you very emotional. It might be a secret about the family. It might be a secret about a couple of kids. It could be. The Nine of Wands tells me that you've been holding this in for way too long, and it's become exhausting. I feel like with the Nine of Wands and the Page of Wands, it feels like you're ready to take a small step forward, possibly, and tell somebody about it or release the information, because the Ten of Wands in the upright is the place where you release the burdens. So it feels like maybe you're calling a meeting with someone face to face, or you want to speak with a child or children face to face. It does feel like it is a secret, though. I'm just saying. Tell me more. We've got the Magician. You've got the Queen of Cups. Now you've got the Judgment card. It does feel like you're changing something here. It feels like you're revealing something. You're answering a call. You're answering a call, and I feel like the Queen of Cups energy is telling me that you're going to do it in the most kind and compassionate way that you know how, using all the tools that you've been given. I feel like you're very skilled at delivering bad news, or delivering news that's probably just not all that savory. It feels like this Magician energy it's taken all the energy and the tricks of the trade that you have to keep something under wraps. And you've been keeping it under wraps for a really long time. The Queen of Cups and Judgment. You are making a decision to be really compassionate in the way that you revive something or breathe new energy into it. Gosh, look, this gets a little personal, but it feels like somebody's going to reveal to some children that I'm your mother or I'm your father. Like, it almost feels like that kind of energy. It is, and that's not going to be for everybody. Look, that's very personal, but that's the energy that I'm getting, so I've got to say it. It could be a secret about the Queen of Cups. I feel like whatever love and compassion you show, I feel like is going to change things. It's going to make a really big change in your life here, and is going to finally release you and allow you to move forward and become in balance. Look, I don't know what this secret is, but it does feel like something that's been hiding under the surface for a while. And it feels like the only way to release this is you cannot go around it, you must go through. So I feel like the Chariot tells me that you will finally be releasing something and leaving, moving town, getting away, moving away. It feels like there's movement here. Tell me what the outcome is. That's really weird, but tell me what the outcome is here. First, you know what? I'm being told to clarify judgment. I got to do that first. Hang on. Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so somebody here might be telling the kids that we're getting a divorce. It might be that we're getting a divorce, or we're no longer going to be living in the same household. Yeah, it feels like a divorce. The divorcee just showed up, right? It does feel like Queen of Swords energy. I've just got to be really honest with you in the most compassionate way that I'm about to be single. Yep, there it is, divorce. That's what it looks like here. Somebody's making a decision to leave the family, and it's time to notify the kids for some of you. I'm sorry if that's happening in your family. Tell me what the outcome is here. We've got the Page of Swords. We've got the Strength card. And we've got the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So it does feel like it's something that you've been holding back on. But listen, because you haven't said anything, and I feel like you're supposed to, whatever the situation is for you, look, just take it as a general reading. Whatever the secret is that's being held under the surface is something that I feel like you're going to reveal this week. And it's taken you a lot of courage to do that. It feels like it's about a commitment possibly for some of you, or you're just about to do the right thing. That could be why the Hierophant's here. But when the Page of Swords shows up, it's because somebody's been digging up information. And in digging up the information, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. It feels like somebody's learned a lesson or learned something here about holding back. That it really can become very heavy, and it can crush a person. I feel like the Knight of Swords is telling me to tell you not to do this in an aggressive way, but I think you've got it handled. Because the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups are here, I feel like you will tell the truth in a very compassionate and loving way. Tell me what's around the corner for Virgo, please. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, taking responsibility, right? Taking responsibility about something, making change so things can move forward. It's something with the Wheel of Fortune's here. You cannot resist the Wheel of Fortune. It is something that is changing everything because it's divine timing. It's your destiny. This is the path. You're on the right path, doing the right thing. And I feel like you've had to go through a lot of reckoning with the self, I'm going to say, some self-mastery energy in order to come to this place where you're now being responsible. The Queen of Pentacles, right? Responsibility, taking responsibility for something, finally letting something be said out loud that is going to give you stability. It's going to bring things to a place where, okay, now that the secret's out, now we can finally address it, is what it feels like. But this change is supposed to is supposed to happen the way it did. It's supposed to change things. We've got the Five of Pentacles. I just can't. Yeah, it's a tower, y'all. It feels like something's about to break down here. That you're about to let people see through your illusion. Something that you've been keeping secret. It could be a family secret that you've been carrying about these kids, but it feels like there is some sort of secret and you can't hold on to it any longer. It's going to cause a tower, and it's going to cause transformation, like deep transformation. All right. Got Scorpio energy here. Got Taurus, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, Virgo and Pisces, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Sagittarius. We've got Aries and Gemini energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and Aquarius energy. Tell me about Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This is Libra for the next 7 days, Libra. Tell me about Libra. If you're interested in a private read, Libra, please look in the pinned comment. Everything you'll need is there. Tell me about Libra, please. Tell me about Libra. Got the Eight of Wands. Got movement this week, Libra. Something is about to take flight here. It's about to move quicker than it was moving in the past. It's your manifestation. There's something here that you've been wanting to bring from the 5D to the 3D, something that you've been wanting to bring from the above to the below, and I feel like you now have the tools that you need in order to receive some type of manifestation that you have been wanting for a while. I feel like it's incoming here. The Eight of Wands is showing that the movement is coming quickly toward you here. We have the Two of Cups. It's a manifestation that you've been obsessive about. It feels like there is somebody that you can't stop thinking about. It does feel like it may be romantic for some of you. These could be friends as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be romance, but it does feel like it's being presided over by angels. Like it feels like it's supposed to happen at this time. But I feel like, there's a lot of things that are around us all the time. I always say to you guys that we're always sitting in a room with everything that we've ever desired in our whole life, but it's up to us to do the work to open the third eye to actually see those opportunities are around us. And it does feel like somebody here has been thinking about something, but has not necessarily been manifesting it until now. And I think that you're going to realize here, Libra, what a powerful manifester you are. The Magician energy here, that you always did have all the tools to get what you want. And I feel like once you realize that you could tap in to these tools, these skills, these resources that you have here as a manifester, I feel like your obsessive thoughts about someone here, bring them toward you. I feel like you're calling something in. Your manifestation is about to arrive. Got the Moon in the reverse. Something's about to be revealed, friend. You're about to see something clearer than you ever saw it before. When the Moon is in the reverse, no longer have fear. Things, when the Moon is in the upright, things are not as they seem. I feel like you're about to see what it is that you've been feeling all along. There's your energy, Libra energy. We've got the Queen of Swords, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius energy. And we've got the High Priestess. So it is definitely something that you've been feeling. You could have Piscean energy, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy possibly. But it does feel like, we've got the Moon energy here. The full moon for you is about to reveal something. And I think it's about to reveal your wish fulfillment that is about to show up here. The High Priestess is telling me that you've been quietly waiting and planning. It does feel like you've been, I feel like it's intuitive energy, although you've been thinking about something obsessively, and I think that thing is about to show up for you. Tell me more about this. It could be, if it's a person, could be a Capricorn, a Pisces, possibly, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Aries, Pisces, Cancer. We've got the Strength card. So whatever it was being held back from you. You weren't ready to receive it. And I feel like you've been waiting for a long time. It feels like the Nine of Swords and the Strength card is why. Why isn't it coming? I keep manifesting. Why isn't it showing up? I feel like you weren't ready for it. It wasn't yet ready for you to see it. It wasn't ready to be revealed. We've got the Knight of Wands. So it feels like there is someone or something, whatever your manifestation is, I feel like it's about to show up, and it's right in the nick of time. 8 and 1 is 9. It feels like it's at a place where you're just decided you're just going to give up, because no matter how much amount of manifesting you do, something is not showing up. But I feel like what you don't see is that it is showing up, that it was being held back, because I feel like you really didn't believe you could receive it. You weren't ready to receive it. I say, in other reads, I say, like maybe you needed it. And when you need it, it's not going to show up. I feel like maybe this is at the point where you finally just let it go. Like when we're getting to the Nine of Wands, it feels like you finally release it. You release it and say, I can't carry this burden anymore. There it is, the 10th wand. We're just talking about releasing it. That's why you turned your back on the manifestation. I feel like you were thinking about it for so long. This could be a person. It could be a platonic or a romantic relationship. It could be a friendship for sure. But it feels like it's love. It's love related, whether it's platonic or romantic. And I feel like you just weren't ready for it. I feel like finally, when you drop the burdens of asking, is it now, is it now, is it now, obsessively thinking about it, I feel like that's why it's about to arrive. Tell me what the outcome is, please. We have the Two of Swords. Yeah, you had to make a decision to open the new door. It's like you were standing at the World card, right? You'd closed the door, but you hadn't yet opened the new door. You hadn't yet maybe closed that door and said, God, forget it. I'm just going to disconnect from it. It's never going to be mine. And it surprises you. I love that. It's great. The Fool surprises you. It surprises you that you are finally standing, you finally stepped over the threshold of something here, and it's about to surprise you. This manifestation, whatever is your manifestation, it's different for all of you. Whatever the manifestation is, because you made the decision to let go, the person here on this card has their eyes covered. So they've decided that, you know, I'm just going to try and feel it out rather than only believing what I see, because you're very logical, right? Very literal in your thinking. And I feel like finally, when you let it go, you decide that it's not yours. That's when it shows up. So some of you are going to be surprised, Page of Cups, with your manifestation. The thing that you had been manifesting forever is about to show up. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Ten of Pentacles. Wow. For some of you, it is money, a lot of money. It is a job. It's very abundant, whatever it is. Whatever this manifestation is, it could be the new job, could be the money, could be something to do with the family. It does feel like somebody is, somebody who maybe has had hardships with their family. Yeah, it feels like if your manifestation is that you get connection with your mother or your father, I feel like it's going to happen in the next 7 days. It feels like for some of you, this is also telling me that there could be some type of inheritance, or somebody's going to let you know that there's money in trust or something like that. A lot of money is what it feels like. The Four of Wands, it is coming through the family. We do have the Page of Wands. Something exciting, a spark of excitement is about to show up in your life in the next 7 days here, Libra. Something you've been manifesting is about to show up. We've got Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Taurus, and Libra energy. We've got Capricorn energy, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, more Aries. We've got Gemini and Aries, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Pisces, and Cancer energy. Ooh, exciting week for you, Libra. All right, Scorpio. Let's find out what's going on for you, Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. How are you, my psychic network? I hope you're well. Let's find out what's going on for Scorpio this week, the next 7 days. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. If you're requiring an answer to a burning question, please look in the pinned comment. Private readings are open. Tell me about Scorpio. We've got the Six of Swords. Movement, friends. Got movement this week. Something that was chaotic is something that you are going to be pulling away from this week. And it's about to go in a way that is very exciting for you. Somebody here is excited to move. You might be like moving houses, right? Moving houses, moving homes. It could be an exciting idea that you're finally moving on. It's like it's been chaotic thinking about it, but now you're about to bring it into the 3D here. Something you've been overthinking, possibly. There it is, 3D energy. So it does feel like there is something here, an idea, something that I feel that has been causing chaos of the mind. Or it could be a situation. It could be a thought pattern, because the Eight of Swords is here, and it feels like you've had yourself locked in the mind on something that felt really chaotic. And it feels like it's this thing here, the Ace of Wands. It's a creative new path or a new idea or something that you're going to create in the 3D. And when I said 3D, that's when the Eight of Pentacles shows up. So I feel like it's something that you've really worked hard on, or you're working hard on. And this feels like something that I told you in your weekly reading. Trying to think, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was you, Libra. It does feel like there is something here that is coming to fruition, that you're bringing it into the 3D, something you've been working really hard on, but maybe not telling people about, but you're really excited to show it to the world or show it to people. Tell me what the Six of Swords is about. There is movement. Two of Wands. So you've been sitting there at the Two of Wands. You've been sat at the Two of Wands waiting for something to change, waiting for to take action on something. It's like the opening of a restaurant or the launching of a business, or it feels like you're launching into something is what it feels like here. We've got the High Priestess. For some of you, maybe you're launching a tarot business, a psychic business, something that is intuitive. It feels like it's something that you've been keeping silent or keeping quiet about. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. It's something very exciting. Like, it feels exciting to me. I'm excited for you. It feels like it's something that you've built all by yourself. Now, it could be you, because we do have the Eight of Pentacles here, which is self-mastery. So it could be maybe you lost a ton of weight. Maybe you put on a ton of muscle. Maybe you've had a makeover, like a glow up is what it feels like here. It feels like either you've been hiding yourself away or this creative idea away, but it feels like you're excited to reveal it. Tell me more. We have the Five of Cups. We have the Eight of Wands. You didn't want to move too quickly because you didn't want it to be premature. Like you didn't, it feels like if I move too quickly, the Five of Cups is telling me I could regret it if I move too quickly here. It feels like it's something that you've kept under wraps, some of you, for years. Maybe 8 years, maybe 10 years. Some of you, it's months, maybe 5 months. Could be weeks for some of you. Oh, we have the 8 and the 2 is 10. And it feels like there is there's something that's being, there's a burden that's being dropped here. Like it feels like finally, whew, I can breathe. I can finally tell people what's been going on. The Ace of Cups is in the reverse. Why is this? You might be revealing someone that you've been dating, or that you have a new boyfriend or girlfriend, a new partner of some sort. I feel like the reason that you have not been revealing it to other people is because you didn't want the negative feedback. You know, it feels if it is a relationship that you're revealing to other people, that you now have a steady relationship, or maybe you're engaged, or, you know, it feels like people would say, don't do that. Don't get married. That person is just going to be the old ball and chain. This person is going to be someone who's going to be codependent with you. It feels like the people around you, if this is a relationship, the people around you possibly are not in agreement with you getting into a relationship or marrying someone, or, yeah, it feels like though you've been working on this behind the scenes, but it also feels like for some of you, it is business. It feels like it's a creative thing that you're revealing. So it could be about a relationship, but it does feel like it's a business or something creative that you've been working on for a really long time that had to be revealed at the right time, that it could not go quickly. Others of you, I really feel like this energy here, this Eight of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Devil energy is giving me the energy of, you know what, I don't really know how I feel about the situation just yet, and I don't need the negative feedback. I don't need these people giving me fears and doubts because I don't know exactly how I feel about it just yet. Tell me what the outcome is. Did I call you Libra? I meant Scorpio. If I've been calling you Libra, if I have, I'm sorry. Yeah. Just trying to think if I was going to rethink that, and no, it just feels like that kind of energy. Tell me what the outcome is for Scorpio. Ace of Swords, you are releasing it. You're just going to be honest with people. We've got the Temperance card because it's time. It's time to do it right now. Now is the best time. Yep, it is something new. It's like an opportunity you've received. So it could be, Scorpio, an opportunity for something creative. I think that's why I thought I called you Libra. Maybe I didn't. I don't remember. But it does feel like this Page of Pentacles here is telling me that there is some sort of small opportunity that you've been given and you're about to tell people about it. So I still feel like you don't really know exactly how you feel about it just yet, but it does feel like the reason that you didn't release it before now is because you didn't want to have regrets. It could be a business for some of you, but it does feel like maybe you've been away from people for a really long time, and you've changed how you look, or you changed how you feel. But it feels like you went from the 8 of Swords to the 8 of Pentacles. So you did get out of some sort of negative mind thing that you were in. You were stuck in your head for the longest time. Maybe you started working out, and maybe you did put on a bunch of muscle or lose a bunch of weight, or you're looking a lot healthier. Tell me what's around the corner for Scorpio. We have the 7 of Pentacles. It's something that you've really been working hard on. We've got the Tower. Wow, people are going to be like, what? What is going on with Scorpio? They're going to be shocked. I feel like everybody around you is going to be shocked at the way you look, the thing you've built, the business you're opening. Whatever it is that you're launching here, people are going to be shook. We have the 7 of Wands. And so I feel like you're feeling a little bit defensive about releasing it, telling people about it, because you've been at the you've been at the crossroads here for a really long time, not really wanting to say anything. But it's like the momentum has been growing. You've been holding yourself back in indecision. Maybe there's too much competition for this thing. I'm feeling again like it's something creative. It could be something you do that's creative, a book launch. It feels like you're launching something. We do have the Empress, and it's going to make you money. It's going to make you money, like abundance, like crazy. Not just money, but abundance, like attention. It is a glow up now. I can see, in fact, it is a glow up. You might even be announcing a pregnancy if you are a person who's able to get pregnant. But it feels like something's about to be birthed, and everyone is going to be shook. And it's something that's going to be incredibly successful for you. And I feel like you didn't know how to feel about it, but it feels like you're releasing it here because Temperance card is here. You've been patient, and it's time for you to give them a little bit of glimpse of exactly who Scorpio is. We've got the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. We've got, the deck in the reverse. We've got the 10 of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles. It feels like you're revealing it to the family, is what it is. It's a decision that you've made to reveal it to the family. And yeah, look at that. You're coming in looking beautiful, handsome, whichever. And it's going to shock and surprise everybody. Again, the Page of Swords is here. And the 7 of Cups is in the reverse. You know what you want. There's nobody who's going to talk you out of this. You absolutely know what you want, and you're going for it. Got Libra and Taurus energy. We've got Capricorn. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. We've got Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We've got Sagittarius and Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius energy. All right. Let's look at Sagittarius. Tell me about Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Sagittarius. Tell me what's going on with Sag in the next 7 days, please. Sag, if you are interested in a private reading, please look in the pinned comment. There's a link there if you want to book me. Here we go. Tell me about Sag. What's coming up in the next 7 days for Sagittarius? We've got the 2 of Cups. What is this? The exchange of emotions between two people. Platonic or romantic. We've got the 3 of Pentacles. There's somebody that you know here that you met in a group of people or a community. It feels like there is somebody here who's been watching you work or watching you. Like they could be watching you on social media. If you have a social media presence and you work on social media, they might be watching you work on social media. But it does feel like you met this person maybe in a social group or in your community. There's somebody who I feel is very interested in whatever it is that you do for work. So if they're able to walk into your workplace, feels like they're very interested in whatever it is that you do. The 10 of Swords is in the reverse. Why is that? You know what? Somebody's been keeping something under the surface, Sagittarius. You could be dealing with somebody who is a Scorpio, a Pisces, or a Cancer. They don't have to be any of those. They could be someone who is presenting as that energy. This person is preparing to make some type of decision about you. And the Ten of Swords in the reverse tells me that this person here, whoever they are, they could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, possibly with the Ten of Swords. It feels like somebody here is about to communicate with you or about to tell you something. It feels like with the Ten of Swords in the reverse that somebody has been avoiding some type of ending. But I don't think it's with you. I think it's with somebody else. And so I feel like this friendship that you have here, or this person who's been watching you work, or however it is for you, it could be a workplace companion. It feels like this relationship is about to cross the barrier from the Three of Pentacles to the Two of Cups. Somebody might be telling you about their feelings, but it feels like this person is about to release something. It could be another relationship or something that wasn't working for them, or maybe that they're about to release their feelings. It could be that as well, because we do have the King of Cups here, and the King of Cups is the one who is emotionally intelligent, of course, but the person who is, because they're emotionally intelligent, excuse me, because they're emotionally intelligent, they just don't let everything out on the surface. This is somebody who just keeps it sort of under the surface here. Tell me about Sag, please, about this Two of Cups. Yep, there it is. Queen of Swords. Someone's going to declare something here. I'm going to be honest with you about these Two Cups. We've got the Six of Cups. Somebody feels incredibly connected to you here, Sag. This person is going to reveal that to you. I feel like this person's been keeping you at arm's length because maybe they're in another thing right now, but I feel like that other thing is almost over, and this person has been thinking about you because something here is about to end. And I feel like it's caused this person to think about you. The Six of Cups is telling me that this person can't stop thinking about you with the Queen of Swords, that they keep thinking about this connection with you, keep talking about you to friends. Someone is speaking about you. And it feels like this person has kind of been keeping you at arm's length. It could be because they are in another relationship for now, but I feel that they know that that relationship is probably coming to an end. It's winding down. And I feel like this person is going to communicate that to you possibly. You're going to get a different way of looking at the situation. I feel like, Sag, that you thought, okay, well, this person's in a relationship, then I guess it's, I have no chance. But listen, things begin and end all the time, right? Cycles come to an end, which is the Ten of Swords, and cycles begin. When the Ten of Swords is in the room, so is the Ace, because when the 10 is here, we go straight to the Ace. So when something ends, this person is going to communicate with you. And so I feel like the Queen of Swords is the one that has a sword in hand. You could be dealing with someone who's a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius. This person feels deeply connected to you, and it might be a deeply connected friendship or acquaintanceship at this time, but what I think you don't know is that this person cannot get out of your energy. They feel very connected to you, and I feel like their perspective, they've got a change in perspective. They've changed their mind about how they look at you or the situation that surrounds you both. It feels like somebody can't stop listening to their intuition. The intuition's tugging at them about the Two of Cups. I feel like this person has been talking about you to other people, and as they do, it's like they're manifesting because they're speaking it out into the world. I feel like they're manifesting something here. I feel like, it feels like that they're being very careful with what they say. It feels like this person is not concerned with speed. They're concerned with practicality, making sure that they go over the details, that everything that they want is in place. If you've got a feeling that somebody here has got a feeling about you, and maybe you've been hearing other people say this person's talking about you, or you feel like they have been, I feel like it's been a while that they've been doing this, and that you maybe were not aware, but I feel like you're going to be made aware with the Eight of Wands here. Things are about to pick up or move quicker than they were previously. We've got the Wheel of Fortune here. Something is changing. It's deep change. It's destiny. I feel like this person is your destiny, and they are just realizing it now with this halo around the head of the person who's in the Hanged Man energy. I feel like this person's been holding back or have been in a pause or trying to stay away from you because maybe you're not their type or the type that they would date. It feels like something very different. So this person is changing their mind or changing how they move. Wow. Whoa, I said deep change, and there it is. There is something that's ending here so something else can begin because it's destiny. It's destiny for it to happen. It took forever for you, Sag. And the thing is maybe it's not the person that you think it is. It could be somebody that you don't realize has not been able to get you out of their energy. They still feel very connected to you. They could be a Scorpio, a Sagittarius, a Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, or a Leo. We've got, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Pisces energy here. Something is about to change and transform. There it is, romance. It does feel like that, Sag. It does feel like here. And I don't see anything that indicates maybe you don't expect it, except that maybe things are going to be moving quicker than they were. But I feel what you don't understand is that whoever this person is they're very careful. They're very careful. They move very slow. They want to be sure. It feels like a fixed energy in the Wheel of Fortune energy, but it feels like this person can no longer hold themselves back. It's time to expand in the 3D. It's time to expand into this Knight of Cups energy and explore it because something here has come to an end. Tell me about the Death card. Got the King of Wands. We've got the World card. Yeah, something definitely has come to an end, and that's why they're pursuing you. Nine of Swords is in the reverse, but it feels like they had some worry, right? With the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Swords is in the reverse, that they've been approaching the ending of something and they've had worry. This does not feel like a situation where somebody had feelings for you and then went for somebody else. You're not the second choice. That's not what this is. This is somebody that you're acquainted with, or that is a friend, and they may have been in some sort of relationship, a new relationship, and it feels like they want to reunite with you now. This person, you might get a random call from them for, can we go for coffee? Can we just talk to each other? And I feel like that person, that's what is going to make things move quicker here. It feels like the King of Wands, possibly. So Aries, Leo, Gemini, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Oh my gosh. I feel like something here has ended for this person. Something has changed. There's been deep change and transformation within this person. And now they've realized that they've made the wrong decision. That the person that they were with when they met you, I feel like they were already with this person when they met you. So I don't think it has anything to do with you. But I think now that they've met you, now that they've realized that, they no longer want to be in the relationship that they're in, Sag. We do have the Two of Pentacles, and please understand that I don't think that decision is being made because of you. I think that is just divine timing, because that's what this is here. We've got the Two of Pentacles, so a decision is definitely being made. Somebody's turning their back on something because they see abundance in their future, and I feel like you're the person they see in the future. They've already made this decision. And we've got the Six of Swords, that they are moving away from something. They're moving away from some sort of chaotic decision in order to go to a calmer decision, is what it feels like here. It's time for movement. This person is moving toward the future and expansion here. It's time to get off the edge of the water. It's time to go out and meet the ships here. A decision has already been made. It's around the corner. The Lovers. Can't write that stuff, Sag. We've got the Ten of Pentacles, and we've got the Emperor. So guess what? You could be the Emperor. Maybe you're going to get your Empress. If you are the Empress, that's the Emperor is coming to get you. Take it as it resonates for you. The Lovers is here. And so it does feel like here that somebody has sees you as the most abundant choice that they can make. And because this person could be an Emperor, they're somebody who has to make a careful choice. because the Emperor has worked for a lot of things and has become secure and stable because of the hard work that they've put into their life. And this person has to be careful with their choice because the person that they pick could burn it all to the ground. The Emperor is the person who is never going in unless they are sure that you have the same feelings. So if this person is not sure, if you don't have the same feelings about the person, about the Emperor, then I'm not talking about you. It feels like the Emperor will never go in if you're going to say no. So if you're the person who's going to say no, this is not your reading. It feels like the Emperor has been very careful and is going to be very careful, that they're quite sure that you feel the same way. Yeah, we have the Four of Cups. They are rejecting somebody. And we've got the Seven of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. So I feel like this person has been feeling sort of their back is against the wall, that they have to make this decision to put this person on the outside. They have to push them away. I feel like they're rejecting somebody because now they've realized that the person that they were with is actually not the person that they want. Maybe that person looked a certain way and they thought that they wanted that. And I feel like this person feels you as the soulmate, though, inside and out. They feel you, and the other person was maybe a surface sort of connection. We do have Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. We have Pisces energy, Aries. We have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. More Scorpio, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. Sagittarius again. We've got Gemini energy. All right. Tell me about Capricorn. Happy birthday, Cappies. And happy full moon to you. If you have a Cancer placement, you'll be feeling this moon. I mean, everybody is, but if you've got that Cancer placement, you're probably feeling it a little bit more than everybody else. Tell me about Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. For the next 7 days, Capricorn, if you're interested in a private read, please look at the pinned comment. We have the Four of Swords. I feel like you've been silent here, up in your head, thinking about all the things that could go wrong, trying to get some clarity about a situation. I feel like you are thinking about it and not speaking about it. I feel like that you're having a challenge with communication. It feels like you don't know if you should say something. I'm not sure if I should say something. Because you know if you say something, Capricorn, it's going to cause transformation. And once you begin the transformation, you can't go back. The King of Swords is somebody who's very careful, very intentional. So I feel like you are holding back right now because you need to be very intentional with your actions, your words. You have to be careful. You are being careful. I don't know if you have to be, but you are being careful because of the King of Swords energy. You could be, pardon me, you could be a Capricorn who's cusped with an Aquarius, an Aquarius. It's like an Aquarius and an Aries. Maybe you have both. But I feel like you're a Capricorn Aquarius cusp is what I wanted to say. Tell me more. We've got the moon energy. Yeah, there's something you're thinking about here that you've not yet revealed because you're not sure how it's going to turn out. And it feels like you're not sure of, if I say something, does it go in my favor or does it go against me? Or is there even enough interest here? Like we've got 4 and 1 sword, which is 5. And it feels like either you're arguing with yourself, or maybe you think that maybe there's too much of a difference between you and someone else, or you in a situation. Maybe you feel like you wouldn't really fit the situation. I feel like I'm talking to a Capricorn who's incredibly intelligent and very intentional. But also you might have a Cancer moon energy or a Pisces moon energy. We have the 8 of Swords. And so you're up in your head right now. I feel like you are about to make a decision. It's very interesting how it tells a story because I see the King of Swords sitting here in the 4 of Swords. It tells me that you really haven't said anything because we do have the Ace of Swords that is here. And that tells me there's a challenge, right? It's on its side. Challenge with communication. And will I be breaking my own heart? It's like somebody's trying to make a decision about another person. I feel like you like somebody else. Like this person is here with a white rose. It feels like it's The kind of energy that you have for another person is very respectful. Maybe it's at a friendship situation right now, and you're wondering, do we have enough similarities that we could make some sort of connection work? It's all in the dark right now. Things are not as they seem. I feel like the King of Swords is using that sword to cut you out of this place where you feel like your hands are tied. Tell me about Capricorn. Tell me about the Four of Swords. Feels like you've been quiet and thinking about something, praying or meditating on something here. Really thoughtful energy I'm getting here with these swords. More swords, the Ace of Swords. So we've got 6. This might be the week where you decide to move on it, or you decide that it's too chaotic to be up in the mind about this all the time. I need to make a decision to call this person, connect with this person, call the job, connect with the job, maybe do the follow-up. It feels like this Ace of Swords is telling me I got to stop with the blinders. I just got to go forward and do it, make that intentional movement. It feels like with the Sun here that there's been some sort of a breakthrough here. I feel like you're really paying attention to red flags. I want to say that these kids are playing with the red flags. So it feels like that you really should pay attention to red flags. But I think that is what's holding you back. It's what's holding you back is I'm not really sure if I'm dealing with red flags or not. Should I just let this go? 8, 9, 10 swords. Should I just let this go? It feels like you're having some sort of a breakthrough either way. You're making some sort of a decision and you're getting some kind of clarity this week in the next 7 days about a decision you've been trying to make here. It's time to go. It's time to move forward. You're taking your shot at something here. What else do we need to know about Capricorn here? It does feel like things are about to speed up and you're about to take a shot at something here. Question is, how good is your eye? We have the Empress. You might be taking a shot at the Empress. So there is somebody who I feel that you think would qualify as the Empress. This person is somebody who's quite balanced in their energy, somebody who is very compassionate and kind, stable in their life. They are a person who's very creative. They could be a mother or a father. You could be feminine or masculine, right? The Empress is here. Libra and Taurus energy tells me that this person is highly intellectual and very, very balanced in their energy. They're quite dependable and possibly someone who just likes to move really slowly. We do have the 9 of Wands. So I think what you know about the Empress is that this person has been the wounded warrior. This person who I feel is not necessarily waiting for someone to show up to help them with things, but I want to say that you see this person as someone who is waiting for a companion or waiting for help, or this person has been through a lot of trauma in the past, possibly. That is really what makes the Empress. Those are lessons and wisdom that the Empress has here. So I feel like you might see them as somebody who's been through a lot. And maybe this is someone that you either met in a social situation or you may meet in a social situation. It feels like maybe the 3 of Cups is telling me that you want to ask them out. Will you accompany me somewhere? Do you want to go out with me and my friends? It feels like you're waiting to see them at a social function, possibly. There we are, Capricorn, because you can't stop thinking about them. Look at these two. These two at the bottom here, right? It feels like you can't stop thinking about them. You're kind of attached to their energy, but I mean, who's not, right? Everybody who experiences the Empress energy is someone who will be blessed by it. The Empress sends out this vibration, right? It's a drop in the ocean. It's this energy ripples, and anybody who knows the Empress is going to, and who's in the life of the Empress is somebody who's going to benefit from their abundance. Their kindness, their love, their money, their abundance, right? Their financial abundance as well. Somebody who's highly intellectual as well. Someone who's really smart, because the King of Swords would be looking for someone who is incredibly smart first. And so I feel like you are somebody who is always thinking, obsessively thinking about the next move is what it feels like. Tell me what the outcome is, please. We do have the 9 of Swords. We do have the 10 of Cups. And we do have the Death card. So you're looking to transform your happiness. I feel as though this Nine of Swords is telling me that possibly you've been healing from some sort of a nightmarish cycle that you've been in. It feels like we have a lot of swords, 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 right? So you've been up in your head. It definitely does feel like I'm talking to someone who either has an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini placement, or you are a cusp with Aquarius here. It feels like, I feel like you're going to go for it because we do have the Nine of Swords now. I feel like you're the King of Swords, and I feel like this one sword with the 9 is about to release you, and you're about to open some sort of new cycle here, because when the 10 of Swords is here, the next card that comes after the 10 of Swords is the Ace of Swords. When the cycle ends, it must begin again, because everything that ends must arrive, right? Everything that ends is clearing space for something brand new to arrive. So I feel like your happiness is about to transform here, or the way that you look at love and happiness, possibly with the Death card here. Tell me what the or what's around the corner for Capricorn here. We have the Five of Cups. We have the Ace of Cups. And we have the Chariot. So it does feel like there is somebody that you're thinking about on a loop, is what it feels like here. The Five of Cups tells me that, you know, this could end up tragically, right? This could end up in regret, because I almost feel like I want to exhale, like, oh, here it goes again. I'm attracted to somebody, can't stop thinking about this person. Maybe I want to move forward. I'm having a realization that maybe I want to spend more time with this person. I feel like you're keeping your feelings under the surface. It feels like for now, it's going to remain under the surface until things begin to move forward, until things become a little more stable or steady here. It does feel like with the Six of Cups, though, you're like, this could end badly, but this person I feel really connected to this person. So I feel like the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups is telling me that a new beginning is coming, and the Seven of Swords just flipped. Look, I feel like you feel you're being set up here. That's what it feels like. This person's ready to step right into this trap. It's almost like it's a trap. It's, you have to work, like you're worried about it, because maybe this is just going to be much of the same. But this person on the Seven of Swords is looking back at the Empress. I've left the Empress behind, and it's kind of heartbreaking. I need to make a decision. If I'm going to go back there, I better do it, because there's always a lot of competition for the Empress. We do have the Three of Pentacles. You two are friends right now. Friends or acquaintances that I feel have met in a social situation of some kind, because the Three of Cups is drinks flowing, food is around, right? We're celebrating, having fun times. I feel like you met this person in a social situation. So we do have Capricorn with Cancer energy here, Libra and Taurus. We have Pisces and Cancer energy. We've got Leo, Scorpio, Aries, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius energy. All right. Speaking of Aquarius, let's find out what's going on for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aquarius. Aquarius, if you're interested in a private read, please look into the pinned comment below this video. You will see a link if you'd like to book me for a private read. Let's find out what's going on for Aquarius in the next 7 days. Sneak peek for the week, the next 7 days, Aquarius. What's going on for Aquarius, please? We have... There, you show up. We say what's going on for Aquarius, and we're definitely talking about you. Things are flipping about here. We've got the King of Swords and the King of Wands. So the King of Swords is Aquarius energy, also Libra and Gemini, because we're in a general reading. And then we have the King of Wands. Why is that? We have the Seven of Swords. Someone's hiding their passions. Something has got to happen, though. Something's about to come to justice. Aquarius, I feel like you're thinking about someone that you're very attracted to. You might be attracted to their energy, or you might desire them. They might be very physically attractive, feminine or masculine. This person is someone who's very fiery. They could have a fire placement in their moon or their rising. Maybe sun, maybe Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries energy. It feels like this passion is being kept under the surface. Now, the Seven of Swords is about deceit, maybe some lies, but I feel like it's almost like you're trying to get away with something. I feel like you're not yet ready to reveal that you have like a crush on this person, or you're very attracted to them, or maybe you're attracted to their energy. I do feel that it is going to come about, though, because you're going to do the right thing. That's what justice is here for. It feels like you're ready to balance a situation, but it feels like the challenge is communication. This person is holding a sword sideways, right? Holding a sword. We're looking at the scales that are here. So it feels like first I have to feel very sure about it. Because you're an Aquarius, right? You do things intentionally, unless you got some kind of crazy fire in the moon and the rising. You're going to do things fairly intentionally, right? With intent. You're going to exact perfection. Like it feels like you just want to be really sure. We've got the Page of Swords. So maybe the reason you haven't released any information or haven't released that you have a crush on this person is 'cause maybe there is a difference in education or economic status. Maybe it's something to do with a difference in age, possibly. We've got the moon. Yeah. So there is something here that you've realized, or you've had an aha moment about, or information you've dug up gives you a realization, but it feels like it's very deeply emotional for you. And I feel like you're not really good with the emotions, Aquarius. So I feel like you really need to be sure that what you're saying is what you're going to say. Because I feel like there is like an ending that's involved here. So it's something that you've got to release before you tell somebody about your feelings. And maybe the Ten of Swords is about release, but it also is about betrayal. Maybe someone's betrayed you with their thoughts or their actions, but the Ten of Swords is about release. So I feel like you're either going to release this to this person, release that you are attracted to their energy or to them physically, or maybe you're releasing someone, and that's why you're not telling this person about how you feel about them, because there could be someone else in the picture at this time. Tell me about Aquarius, please. The Eight of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords. This is something that you've really been working on. I think that you've really been working on being honest with yourself, Aquarius. And the Six of Cups. I feel like you've really been, I feel like the path that you've been on, the healing path, I'm looking at this Eight of Pentacles, which is self-mastery, going over the details of you. It feels like something that you're trying to work on either this year or lately, it feels is expressing yourself, expressing your emotions. I don't think that you're really good at that. But the Six of Cups here is telling me that historically, I feel like you have dealt with even all of your emotions. You've always dealt with them in swords, which means logically, truthfully, honestly, head over heart. I'm not really going to show you a whole lot of my feelings. I feel like you are ready to aggressively pursue someone here, but I also feel like you feel very connected to this person. I think all you do is think about them. I don't think you can stop thinking about them. Maybe you're thinking about them while you work. Maybe you're thinking about them while you work out, while you work on yourself. It feels like this is something that you've been putting hard work into, knowing what to say and how to say it in a way that I don't repeat history. I feel like you feel that you have had other lifetimes with someone here. The Six of Cups can represent someone you've known for many years in this life, but also can represent lifetimes that we've had in the past. It's like you don't know why you feel so connected to this person, but you do. And it feels like it's because of other lifetimes, I want to say. You have lived lifetimes. This is a soulmate. It's a deep soulmate connection, and you're not sure how to process it at this time because it's the attraction here that's got you on the ropes. Either you're very attracted to them and hiding your attraction, or you feel like, why am I so attracted to this person's energy? Tell me more. We've got the Nine of Cups. You might be single and happy right now, but you also, maybe this person raises your vibration when you're around them. You feel very happy. You feel like it couldn't get any better than this, or the wish fulfillment process is in movement here. We've got the Seven of Wands. So I feel like when you're in this person's presence, you feel more connected. You feel more spiritual. This person raises your vibration. You can see this person is raised above all of these 6 wands here, and they're on a pillow. You can see that their solar plexus chakra is opening here, right? And it feels like this person raises your vibration when you're around them. They make you feel really happy and very protected. The pink bubble, right? They make you feel very protected, very balanced. It's like nothing else matters. Everything else is going to be fine. And then we have this, the 5 of Wands, but you know that there is competition for somebody who is this good looking, right? Somebody who is attractive, feminine or masculine, right? Attractive physically, but also in their energy, because they're not only the King of Wands, but they're also the 9 of Cups. So they're not only really beautiful outside, but they're very beautiful inside. And there's someone who's committed to raising the vibration of the people around them. And that's why they get a lot of attention. I'm looking at the 6 wands beneath the 7th, right? The 6 wands are here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So there's like the 6 wands are below, and then there's 1 wand that is if you can see, is piercing the bubble. It's like there's been many people in your life, but it feels like this one person is the one who has been able to pierce the bubble here, who actually gets you, who actually the one that you want to let in. But I feel like there's been competition maybe for you. Maybe a lot of people are attracted to you. You're looking like this King of Swords. I don't see why not. Feminine or masculine. But it feels like you've had a lot of people who are attracted to you. Maybe there's been a lot of competition. Strength card is in the reverse. It feels like first you feel that you have to gain some inner strength to move forward here. Why is the Strength card in the reverse? Yeah, because I feel like you're really attracted emotionally to this person as well. It feels like you have feelings of romance. Oh, for the Empress, there it is. So that's why you're attracted to this energy, because anybody who's in the Empress energy feels the ripple and the kindness of the Empress. And so it feels like this. It feels like it would feel like an accomplishment or a milestone to you if you could just get this person to say yes, to go out with you, to meet you for coffee, it feels like this World card here tells me that there is something that is ending, and I feel like what you want to begin is something romantic with the Empress. You also, like I said, like I feel like there is something here that's under the surface, and it feels like there's something, the reason that you don't want to tell this person or have justice just yet, because there could be something else that's ending. Maybe you're ending something with an Empress. Maybe you're under the surface right now, trying to find the inner strength to end something with another Empress in order to have the King of Wands, feminine or masculine. Tell you what the outcome is. We have the High Priestess. Could be the other way around too. This could be the person that you're hiding this energy from, because there is a romantic feeling for the Empress. Take it as it is for you. So we have the 8 of Wands in the reverse. We have the High Priestess. You could be someone who's an Aquarius Pisces cusp. But the 8 of Wands in the reverse tells me that there's no movement right now. And it's because you're in a pause here. You're trying to make a decision. You're trying to see things from a different perspective. It feels like you're in this energy of being in a pause, trying to make a decision. There is something that you first must sacrifice before you can move forward. It really does feel like you have to release something before you can connect with someone else, the person that you can't stop thinking about. And it feels like the 8 of Wands, like you two don't really talk to each other a lot, I'm going to say. And the Hanged Man energy tells me that you're trying to find the right answer. What's around the corner for Aquarius? We've got the 10 of Pentacles. We've got the 4 of Cups. Yeah, the universe is offering you something here, but are you going to take it? Because it's really abundant. Like I feel like the universe has shown up with something like a whole cup of love, and I feel like it's a super abundant cup. Are you going to stay in your comfort zone? Or are you going to accept the new cup? Are you going to hold back? I feel like you want the victory. So whatever the success is, I feel like you are planning on giving someone a whole lot of attention. I feel like there's a decision being made here. You're preparing to make a decision, which makes sense as to why the Eight of Wands is in the reverse and why the Hanged Man is here. Because I feel like you're in a pause and not speaking with this person until you can make your final decision as to whether you're going to close the door with another person or not. We do have the Nine of Swords. It's a bit of a worry. Five of Pentacles, but you do want to reconnect with this person and have a new beginning. So I feel like there is somebody that's in your life right now, and I feel like you've met somebody else, and I feel like you've realized that the person that you are with is maybe just not the one, and that you have an attraction or a connection with another person. Scorpio, Taurus, they could be Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We've got Libra and Taurus here. We've got Leo, more Leo energy. Oops, we've got Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, and Pisces energy. All right. Tell me about Pisces. Tell me about Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the next 7 days. How are you, Pisces, my water fam? Have you been crying all through this moon, this full moon? I have. I'm a Pisces moon as well. Just a big blubber face. How's it going for you? Tell me. I mean, it's not like we need a special occasion to cry, right? All right. Tell me about Pisces. Pisces, if you're interested in a private read, please look at the pinned comment below the video. Tell me about Pisces, please. What's coming up in the next 7 days? We've got the Emperor on deck. Tell me why the Emperor is here. We've got the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. We've got the Ace of Swords. And we've got the Four of Pentacles. Oh, is that what's going on here? You know what it feels like here? It feels like you have kind of turned your back on the Emperor. I'm going to say that you stopped giving the Emperor your energy. And maybe you have intermittent communication. The Four of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords is telling me that somebody holds back with communication, but then we talk for a little bit and then they hold back the communication. So I feel like with the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, you've decided you're just not giving the Emperor any more of your energy. You're going to wait until the Emperor decides to open conversation with you. And until then, I feel like you're going to be closed off, shut down. You're not really giving this person any vulnerability. So if this Emperor wants you, Pisces, they can come get you. But I feel like you're not chasing a damn thing here. Tell me more. I do feel like the Emperor does want to speak to you, but I feel like things are sort of under the surface at this time. Tell me why the Emperor is here. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. So the Emperor could be a workaholic. Be someone who works really hard. They also could be someone who's maybe just started a new business, like the Seven of Pentacles is throwing seeds of intention and then spending time in the nurturing process, right? Waiting for something to come to fruition. So the Emperor could be someone who's maybe works a lot because they've started a new business, possibly. We've got the Three of Swords. And we've got the Queen of Cups. Oh, so they're missing you a little bit. This person is missing being in your energy because your energy is really beautiful, Pisces. It's very compassionate and loving and kind. It's very deep. And this person sees you as someone who's quite enlightened. Someone who can make people open up really easily. So I feel like with the Three of Swords and the Queen of Cups, it feels like someone's really missing your energy. And it does feel like this person is working a lot, though. That's what it feels like, that they're working a lot and they're like, you know what, it's fine. I'm going to work. I'm going to work as long as I have to work. And then it feels like somebody here is just taking their time. The Emperor is feeling like, you know, whatever's meant for me will never pass me by. And should I end up being together with the Queen of Cups, then it doesn't matter how long I wait. We're going to be together anyway. This Emperor is not going in quickly. The Emperor is an Aries and always gets what they want, but this person is not taking any risks. The Emperor cannot take a risk because they are someone who runs the empire, right? They are someone who has to be very sure about their win, right? You don't ever hear about an Emperor who goes in and loses. The Emperor never intends to lose. So they're very strategic, very smart. And they have to be because there's a lot at stake. right? We do have the Three of Wands. It does feel like the Emperor is maybe possibly turning their back on something here. It feels like they've made a decision to expand in their life. They're waiting for the right time, it feels like. It feels like a timing thing. Tell me more about the Three of Wands. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. And we've got the Four of Swords. I feel like this person doesn't really know what to say. The challenge is communication, it feels like. This person, I feel they don't want to lose, and they're kind of unsure about how you feel. They see you as someone who is a good mother or a good father. They see you as someone who's very steady and sturdy, who also likes to move slow, and someone who's super compassionate and kind. It feels like they may be waiting for you to connect with them. But I'm going to say that we have feminine leaning energies here, and the Emperor is masculine. So I'm going to say if you're the feminine waiting on the masculine, continue to wait, because the feminines don't chase, right? A functional feminine is never going to be chasing, energetically or otherwise. We have wait for the decision. I think that's what it's saying. Wait for this person to formulate whatever it is that they're going to say. I feel like the Emperor is waiting for the moment of shift. And I feel like the Judgment is that. It feels like waiting for the call, or waiting until I'm sure, waiting till the universe gives me a sign. It feels like the Emperor does want to circle back round to you, it feels like, but they're not really sure what to say, because the fourth sword is laying on its side. And to me, I always see that as the challenge is communication. Or it could be that this Emperor is healing from a broken heart at this time. And they do want to try again, but they might be someone who is moving really slow through their healing. And that's why you haven't heard from them yet. Tell me what the outcome is here, please, for Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We've got the Ace of Cups. This person is sweet on you. We've got the Nine of Wands. And we've got the Six of Cups. See, it feels like they can't stop feeling you, Pisces. The Six of Cups being here. So either you've known this person for years, or this is someone feels like they have a last life connection with you. Feels like they do want to open something here, but it does feel like they're currently feeling as the wounded warrior, which sort of checks out because of the Four of Swords here. Feels like somebody is in healing or is exhausted. Maybe they're working too much, or maybe somebody who has just gotten out of the Three of Swords. It feels like this Ace of Swords is telling me that this person is going to communicate with you, Pisces. We've got the Eight of Cups. Yeah, they're coming back around here. The Eight of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and Justice. So I feel like this person is just going to be really honest in order to, they're coming back to do the right thing. I feel like if, the Eight of Cups is telling me that they don't really want to settle. And that's why the Emperor is being very careful, because I feel like the Emperor is somebody who's looking for their last love. They're looking for the one that's going to take them to the finish line, right? And I feel like they don't want to settle. The Emperor does not want to settle. So the Justice card is here. The Emperor will do what's right. I feel like you will hear from the Emperor, but it does again feel like there are Three Swords here. It feels like Three Swords showed up here, Three Swords are showing up here, and it feels like there is a broken heart situation going on here. So I feel like the Emperor is maybe healing from something tragic that's going on in their life, or maybe healing from another relationship, but I feel like you will get communication from this person as soon as they disconnect from whatever thing is bringing them the heartache or the heartbreak. What's around the corner for Pisces? We have the Six of Swords. We have the Queen of Wands. And we have the Eight of Wands. So there is going to be movement in the next 7 days. I feel like the Six of Swords is telling me that once this person is out of the chaos in their mind and they move to the calm, I feel like they're going to pursue you and things are going to speed up here. One last card. Ooh, Oh, there it is, the Tower. Oh, and yeah. So once the Emperor ends something here, then they come crashing into your life. That's what it looks like here. So something is about to shift, friend. There's about to be an illusion that you think is going on here, and the illusion might be that the Emperor is not interested and never was. I think that's the illusion that's falling to the ground. This person actually is very attracted to you, and it feels like that this person needs to move away from some sort of chaotic work schedule, some sort of tragedy possibly that's going on in their life, with the Three Swords showing up a couple of times here, and something has come to an end, so something else can begin, and what's going to begin is a romantic connection. This person might live at a distance from you, and I mean distance across land is what I mean, but the Chariot tells me that this person is sort of cooling their jets at this time, because they are a person who is emotionally intelligent. They are somebody who's not showing it up, throwing it all out there all at once, right? The King of Wands, they don't want you to think that they're just showing up because they want passion. The King of Wands is in the reverse, which means I'm taking my time because fire burns out, right? But they are holding feelings under the surface, feelings of romance here, and something they first have to end, which is either the work schedule or another thing. And then I feel like you get the realization your world shifts when this person comes in and tells you all the things that they feel about you. Feel like they feel that you really give them balance, and you're easy to speak with, easy to talk to, and you're not chasing them. The Emperor is the one who wants to do the chase, right? The Emperor is the masculine leaning energy, so that's the one who is interested in the pursuit. And I feel like you have your back, right? We've got two energies that are feminine leaning. We've got these two energies that have their back to the Emperor, so I feel like the Emperor is free to, figure out whatever they need to figure out in their life before they decide to pursue you with the Three of Wands. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here, Pisces. I'm going to go, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Love you guys, and have a good week. Bye-bye.